Hello, welcome to today's global training. Today we're going to be reviewing the Performance Insight and Advisor Go. This insight helps us test how changes in investment returns may affect a client's plan. This can be used in two main ways. If a client is showing shortfall, you may want to see whether moving them into a more aggressive portfolio with higher expected returns could improve their plan, or if you're working with a higher net worth client, you may want to stress test the plan by lowering expected returns to see how this could affect their assets, flexibility, or legacy goals. So the main question this insight helps answer is, how much does this plan depend on investment performance? To begin, we'll go to Insights, and then we'll find the Performance Insight. We'll select this. As you'll see, the slider bar located under the chart, this is going to be indicative of how much more or less you want their portfolio to move. So one notch is 1% either way you go. So for this model, I'm going to go ahead and lower the returns to see what may happen in this joint brokerage account if they do have a lower return in their plan. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we can see if they do have a drop in their joint brokerage account, which reduced it by about 6%, they would experience shortfall later in their retirement years. If we want to go ahead and move this forward to show them what that might look like if they want to increase it into a different account, we can recalculate and show that now their retirement is just fine and their plan is all right if they did have an increase in their growth. Now, if we want to just go back to moderate, which is where they were before, we can go ahead and recalculate and see how that appears, which in this case, their plan was just fine from the get-go. But if we want to show them if they could have more to spend in retirement later on, this could support a broader conversation around risk tolerance, portfolio suitability, withdrawal strategy, or more aggressive allocation for the client. We can also, if we go back in this area and recalculate, we can compare this to their current plan. So we can see where the shortfall is now occurring because of the insight and review what that might look like in those later years and any options that they might have. This is also a good opportunity to look at their assets as well, because those are what is affected in this plan in the Performance Insight. You can also hide all non-liquid assets if you would like, just to show anything that is just liquid and going to be used in their later years, so you can refer to that with your client. So to summarize, if this plan is showing shortfall, Performance Insight can help test whether the higher expected returns may improve outcome, or if the plan is already strong, which, as we saw with just the moderate plan, we could also review how lower returns may affect the client's long-term position. As always, if you have any questions when working on a client's case, please feel free to click on the client's name, request support, and we'll be happy to help. Thank you for joining today's training.